Oh.
All right, good evening, and welcome to the first official interview for the new Holy Metal Underground. I'm your host, Metal P, and I'm here with TD Benton of the amazing drumming experience known as White Collar Sideshow. Thanks for letting me interview you. Well, first things first, this is a two-parter. One, where'd you come up with the name White Collar Sideshow, and two, explain the significance of the costumes that you wore on stage.
Oh man, well, okay, part one, sweet band back in the day named Embodiment, cool metal band. I got the words from one of their lyrics, White Collar Sideshow. Yeah, and man, I love that band back in the day. A big influence, especially when I first became a believer and was into that, trying to figure out what kind of music to listen to as a believer, and especially for inspirational lyrics and for growth. But I listen to them all the time. So stole one of the lyrics from one of their songs. It's a great song title. I mean, a great band title. And two, our costumes over the years have changed. We had a pig in our show, and Veronica was a faceless woman that played bass in a cage. And so a lot of it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was kind of the imagery and kind of the...
Explain to me the significance between the faceless woman and the pig.
Well, the pig was, for me, everything that consumed my life, everything that I struggled with, even to today, the things that I have struggled with in the past and try to find freedom from. And the faceless woman was struggling with, at the time, especially pornography addiction, and a lot of how I viewed women from the face down and the neck down without a face, basically. And struggle, that's an everyday struggle in my life of just trying to love my wife and honor my wife. And not really the struggle to honor her, but to stay away from the things that can consume me and take over my brain in that sense, just being a man in today's world where sex sells everything. And so a lot of the show has revolved around that in the beginning, and then it's evolved with this new album. And basically, it's just my wife and I, and the clothes that we wear are basically the clothes that we have on when we live on the road. So it's a little bit simpler, more genuine, more sincere, and it's just our life. So the show, basically, this new album is based on the word identity. Who are we when our titles are stripped away, when we've fallen apart? Are we defined by our past? Or are we always searching for freedom in the way that we move forward in life? And so that's kind of what this whole show is about. And it's our own twist, it's our own perspective, and a reinvention of who we are as White Collar Sideshow.
Awesome.
It's a lot of words.
Your stage show is unlike any other I've seen in the last five or so years. What do you think sets it apart from the typical rock show that you see from other bands?
Well, I think a lot of that sets it apart is, it's just bass and drums live on the stage. Our computer is the other instrument, which is very helpful. We also do film. We write our own original films for each album. And I'm a big Pink Floyd The Wall fan, and I'm a big Doors fan. It was the theatrics, so I like to have kind of a show more than just a band. And so that's what we try to do, is write our soundtrack to an original film. And I'm a big, with this new show, I've studied the Twilight Zone for a few years. You'll get kind of a Sin City vibe, a Tarantino kind of feel, a Robert Rodriguez kind of feel. So I'm into that style, and of course Rob Zombie and 9 Inch Nails-ish. So I feel like it's something that, especially in a club or a bar, or sometimes even a church or wherever that we perform, we've done a barbershop in Brazil. I feel like it's something that people might walk into and see it's unique and different, and they'll get a great show rather than just a band.
So, what musical influences did you draw upon for the newest album? I'd said on your music video for the title track that remind me a little bit of Led Zeppelin meets Saliva. Are there any other influences that go along with that?
Sure. a lot of it, I started listening to old country a few years ago, living on the road, and Hank, Willie,
Good night. This is a country influenced band.
Johnny Cash. So a lot of that influence, I think my biggest influence on this album was Hank Williams III. Got into him, saw one of his shows, and just super unique, super different. And you could see him bringing in different audiences of people, which I thought was just awesome. And of course, every band was well done. And then, of course, I tried to add, I'm still stuck in the 90s with my White Zombies, Rob Zombies, Nine Inch Nails, and then, a lot of that style of influence. And also there's a little bit of punk influence in there, Rollins Band, that kind of feel. But I would hope you would see my influences from Korn, Rage Against the Machine, different things like that different element. But it's not like I'm trying to be a cheap imitation of something else. I was just trying to figure out how do I bring all these different perspectives and influences into who we are. We're a band from Arkansas, from Fort Smith. We love the shock and roll vibe. It's kind of a phrase that we coined with our style. Here's this shocking thing, but it's the mashup of the country, the industrial, the metal, the rock. I feel like that's what adds a huge perspective into what we're doing.
Now, this is your guys' first headlining tour, correct?
Well, it seems like a lot of our touring over the last, we've been a band for 13 years and we've been on the road for about 11 years. So it feels like a lot of places will book us and put people on the bill. And so I don't know actually how we belong in the musical world or where we were placed. So usually what we try to do is just, Veronica does our managing, our tour managing, our booking, everything. She's just the queen of keeping us going. And so what we usually try to do is just book in different places and try to add local artists on. We wouldn't even survive without local artists, and we're local artists from somewhere. Every band is. So it's important to try to build a community and try to, bring in people that we try to match up with, or just bring out people that are passionate about their art. And so we're still trying to figure all that out.
Well, final question: what is the number one thing you want fans to take home with them after seeing a White Collar Sideshow concert?
Well, I would hope that they would be entertained. I would hope that they would also, love the music and the art and see how much work was put into the performances. But at the end of the day, I think if I'm speaking for Veronica too, that ultimately music is just a good excuse to hang out with people. We're able to share our stories to help other people realize that they're not alone on the planet, and maybe they would see the film and grab something that might challenge their thinking or inspire them to do something encouraging, or really just dream big with only $5 in the back of your pocket. A lot of our life is similar to that. But ultimately, I feel like that's it. Really just helping people realize that we're all family here. We can share our struggles, we can share the things that we are dealing with, and maybe help each other realize that we're not alone and find freedom through our stories, and maybe a stepping stone to, for me, the good Lord, or whatever that can be, to help someone find freedom in their life.
Yeah, well, thank you for letting me interview you. If you guys want more information, find White Collar Sideshow on Facebook. They're, like I said, they're on tour right now, promoting the new album, It Ain't Coming to Die. And they've got several other shows coming up. Where's their next city from here?
Next city from here is Tulsa, and then we're in Texas for a while. We've got the Little Rock, Arkansas Little Rock State Fair, in Texas, Louisiana, Florida. We've got like 13 states, but if you just Google White Collar Sideshow or go to whitecollarsideshow.com, you can see every day where that we're going to be. And we'd love for you to come hang out and just chill with us.
Yeah, definitely go. If you guys never seen these guys before, come out and see them. We've got both of the albums available, Witch Hunt and I Didn't Come Here to Die, plus the DVDs, some t-shirts, and vinyl. So just come and check them out. You will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. So this has been the Holy Metal Underground Podcast. Have a good night, man.